I use paint as an eraser.
And what do you erase?
I hate roses. Don't you?
Hello, my dear fashion lovers. I'm delighted to welcome you back today on Brandibay Fashion, as we explore together the Elie Saab Fall Winter 2026 show, presented at the Carrousel du Louvre in Paris during Fashion Week. From the very first moments, the setting plays a crucial role. The Carrousel du Louvre is transformed into an almost unreal stage, filled with swirling fog that envelopes the runway. Light cuts through the haze, creating a strong visual depth and immediately giving the impression of entering a nocturnal world. Very quickly, you understand that this collection transports us elsewhere, into a vision inspired by nighttime Manhattan, vibrant, artistic, and almost cinematic. The opening look is particularly striking. A silhouette slowly emerges from the fog, wearing a burgundy vinyl bustier dress. The material is glossy, almost mirror-like, capturing every reflection of the spotlights. The cut is sculptural, with rounded shoulders and a fitted line that perfectly follows the body. And I have to say, this opening is highly effective, because it immediately establishes a strong, confident, almost magnetic femininity. The theme then develops around the idea of a woman evolving in a creative city, inspired by 1990s New York. You can feel that artistic energy, that mix of intellectuals, artists, and strong personalities. This is reflected in the color palette, dominated by deep blacks and urban grays, reinforcing an atmosphere that feels elegant yet slightly underground. The silhouettes are extremely controlled. Many of the dresses are fitted, almost architectural, with precise work on proportions. Rounded shoulders appear throughout, adding structure and presence. This detail, although subtle, completely transforms the look, giving a sense of strength and control. What is also interesting is the work on materials. The vinyl seen at the beginning gradually gives way to richer and more varied textures. Fabrics interact differently with light, creating a constant visual rhythm. There is a clear attention to how each material contributes to the overall silhouette. As the show progresses, the atmosphere evolves. It becomes softer, more fluid. Lace begins to appear, along with delicate, almost airy details. Movement becomes lighter, and the silhouettes gain fluidity. Personally, I find this transition particularly successful because it brings a real sense of narrative to the show.
I never paint flowers the way they are, only the way they misbehave.
Like the one that leans out of the vase toward the wrong person. The one that drops its petals on silk and pretends it's innocent.
You think they have intent.
I think they have timing. That's more interesting.
Evening gowns then introduce a more spectacular dimension. They shimmer subtly, catching the light with every step, with fluid lines that enhance movement. There is a strong contrast with the more structured beginning, and it is precisely this contrast that makes the collection so compelling. A strong duality emerges. A powerful, almost imposing woman at first, gradually gives way to a more mysterious, softer figure, yet still very present. And I think this evolution works beautifully because it remains coherent from start to finish. The casting also plays an important role in this vision. The models carry the silhouettes with confidence, with controlled, almost cinematic attitudes. Their walk is steady and composed, reinforcing the idea of a woman fully in control of her image and presence.
This city gives us fragments. I decide which ones turn into a story.
And what's the story tonight?
Two silhouettes in a window, thinking they're private, while the whole city listens to their pauses.
The finale brings this narrative to a close with silhouettes inspired by the 1940s. Skirts become fuller, almost like blooming shapes, adding volume and a sense of vintage elegance. Floral elements enrich these final looks, introducing a romantic touch while maintaining a strong theatrical presence. Among the strengths, we can highlight the coherence of the universe, the precision of the cuts, and the ability to create an immersive atmosphere from the very beginning. On the other hand, some fitted silhouettes may feel slightly repetitive, but this remains consistent with the house's identity. In the end, this Fall-Winter 2026 collection presents a very clear vision, that of an elegant, magnetic woman evolving in a nocturnal urban setting with natural confidence. A woman who captures the light effortlessly and embodies a modern, sophisticated glamour. I'll now let you fully enjoy the show. Enjoy watching. Thank you for being here, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Take care, and see you very soon on Brandibay Fashion.
You remind me of Rome at dusk. Red walls, no forgiveness.
You want forgiveness?
No, I want the moment before forgiveness, when everything is still guilty and alive.
You speak as if you're remembering something you never had.
Maybe that's what creation is, the echo before the act.
Or the act of pretending it's an echo. deserve to be rewritten. Others, only traced with fingertips.